Assalamualaikum and good morning. I think we start lah, and hopefully then there will be a few more people joining in later, or ada a few more waiting at waiting room. So okay, Alhamdulillah. So we have about almost 10, 11 of us joining the Malaysia Mastermind Section today, 27 March 2021. So thank you very much for joining the session today. For information, today we will be having Cik Kamaldin Nordin, Senior HR Director, Southeast Asia on semiconductor, to share about leadership. So, and then before we start, let me share a little bit about AsiaHRM and the Mastermind Section. So guys, you can see the slide.
Yes, Jason.
Right, thank you. Okay, this is a local
Zul, I think, sorry, Zul, I think you need to set in PowerPoint slideshow.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Setting that. So okay. As I mentioned earlier, this is a sharing of Malaysia survey result on leadership, which we have conducted last year on the future of HR. So before that, let me share a bit about AsiaHRM. AsiaHRM is an NGO which with the team of we share to care and we care to share. This is a bit about AsiaHRM, so you can also visit the website. So you can see the vision is to be the most reliable leading voice for HR community in Asia. And and the value is passion, excellence, and also nurture. Yeah. And what is a HR Mastermind Section? So we have conducted, this is the third session that we have conducted this year. So HR Mastermind Section is for HR leaders. For each country, we have a few countries, and Malaysia is one of them, which all the country HR leaders will come together to share and exchange HR topics as a collection of wisdom and experience. So as a motto of the AsiaHRM, we share to care and we care to share. So this session will be run on every month at every Saturday, 10 to 11:30, fourth week ataupun last week of the month. So this is the round of the session for today. So we'll be having a special talk by Cik Kamaldin Nordin, Senior HR Director, Southeast Asia on semiconductor. And then after that, I'll be sharing about the survey report on leadership. So for topic for this week is on leadership. Last week we have employee engagement and also communication. And after the briefing, then we'll break up in a small group discussion. So we have 4 groups. Inshallah, we will try to break up in a four group discussion, 20 minutes. And then after that, each group will present their findings or their discussion with the rest of the group. And then I hope that all the group leader or facilitator will compile all the findings or all the discussion and share with me so that I can share and also with AsiaHRM, so that we can share with the rest of the members joining the session today. So a little bit about our speaker for today, Cik Kamaldin Nordin. He's the Senior HR Director for Southeast Asia on Semiconductor. Prior to that, he was the HR Director for both System Malaysia and a few other multinational companies. And Cik Kamaldin also is a Certified Professional Coach, CPC, through Corporate Coach Academy, and is an Associate Certified Coach, ACC, by International Coach Federation. And he's also quite certification as a professional coach from NFNLP USA. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Cik Kamaldin to share his wisdom.
Terima kasih, Cik Zul. Thank you so much, Cik Zul. Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You guys can hear me okay?
Yes.
Alright.
Alhamdulillah. Okay.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah. So thank you for the introduction, Zul. Okay, let me see. I try to share my file. So thank you for the introduction. Actually, you probably know more than my mom knows me. Actually, I'm a Malaysian, an employee of the company, a father of 4, a student, and still learning. That is actually a summary that who I am. So today, I'll try to share EX. What does it take to lead? Let me put on the presentation mode. Let me know. Are you guys seeing it on presentation mode or are you seeing on double slide?
Presentation.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank you. Right, presentation mode, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do I have until I'm supposed to present in 30 minutes? Now it's 10:20. Do I still have 30 minutes or you guys shorting out my presentation?
Just go ahead. I think 30 minutes will do because this is a good. I think it will be a playing session. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if I can do that in 30 minutes. I was planning actually to take additional 10 minutes. So I tried to rush through, and I think the value is during the Q&A. My goal is to do in 24.5 minutes. And then after that, we probably have 5.5 minutes for discussion. All right. EX, employee experience, is basically, if people ask what is EX, you put people in the center. That's actually the simplest meaning of EX. So there is employee expectation, there is an organization expectation. If we can match these both, then employee will have a better experience. So giving an example, the employee come to the office the first day and wandering around, don't know where to go. But if you're able to make employee feel so good, for example, that we know the car number, the security waiting for him, and then he approached the security and the security addressed him by name. And then he saw his name in the security office, welcome Kamaldin Nordin. That is the best experience that employee can have. Rather than employee try to say, oh, I'm reporting duty today, who do I go to? And security say, you wait here, I don't know. So those are 2 experiences that employee can have. So to win in the marketplace, you must win at the workplace. That's what EX is all about. Employee experience is all about. Let's see some of the concept of the employee experience. This is credit goes to Jacob Morgan, who actually write a lot of books as well as article, video about the employee experience advantage. So we talk about the evolution of the employee experience. We start from utility where people take you just to do the work and give you the minimum thing. The result is actually you go and do the work. Employee is truly a cost of goods sold. And then they talk about productivity. So people start measuring your productivity, employee optimization. They start putting what are the things that you need to do as an employee. Repeatable process. If you're hiring every day, you go and do the hiring so that it become more and more efficient and getting a higher productivity. Then many years ago, we talk about engagement. We don't talk about satisfaction, we talk about engagement. The premise or the principle of engagement, the more engaged the employees, the better productivity. So company has a mission statement, talk about engaging the employee, about making employee feel good at home, in the office, and start working on the culture. Lately, people talk about experience. So people don't sell product anymore. People sell experience. If you are selling the experience, you must also get your employee to have a better experience. They focus on culture, focus on technology, focus on space. The design is actually having in mind that I design the employee experience with them in mind that actually they will feel good about the company. So that's what is an employee experience starting today that people start talking about employee experience. But talking about employee survey, people still talk about the engagement survey. I have not seen a company talking about experience survey. And not a surprise if in future we can see more experience employee surveys rather than engagement survey. Because we believe that the greater the experience the employee has, the more positive experience employee has, the better engagement, the better productivity the employee can give to the company. So what happened when you have the better experience? And we talk about increase in engagement. We talk about more innovation. We talk about enhanced brand. People feel good about the company. People talk good about the company. They talk about the 3S. People say good thing about the company. People strive more about the company, and people stay longer with the company, the 3S model. And company end up actually more profitable, and eventually is actually customer satisfaction is greater. This is a survey that done by MT Sloan School of Management in 2017. That was many years ago results, but I guess today it probably make more impact because of employee experience. Now we look at the role of the leaders. Leading EX, what does it take? It takes for us to, through technology, get everyone access to technology that make them feel better. So if a senior manager having a laptop that can bring home, question is, does intern has a laptop? So if senior manager has a laptop that can bring home, a junior executive have a big desktop, yang gemuk tu, and then intern not even have anything. Then you talk about the employee experience. It will not. So if you're talking about technology, then everybody should have the same access of the technology, regardless of the grade. And it got to be a consumer grade. If employee feel good about having a good technology, they'll have a better experience. So mobile phone, if a senior manager has an iPhone 12, does the junior manager has iPhone 12 too? If it's not, what does it take for them to have certain tools that actually make them feel good? If you start categorizing, because of senior manager, actually senior manager just need phone to answer email. The junior manager or the junior employees actually are more tech savvy. They should have iPhone 12, and the senior manager should have 3310. Penang say 33 Skupang. So that is actually the Nokia phone. If you guys remember, even you put a hand grenade, it still works. So we need to put a cool workplace where people can choose friends to come and work because they feel good about the company. Company that offers flexibility. There are days that I have to work from home. Yes, there is a policy that cater, not because of pandemic, but there is a policy that cater them to work at home. The organization really reflects the value. Talk about integrity, talk about respect, talk about initiative. That at least the values that we in On Semiconductor believe. And we try to leverage multiple workspace. You can work in your cube, you can work in the cafeteria, you can work in the meeting room, in the lobby, anything that make the person feel good. Because having a window in a factory like On is a luxury. So for you to have a better window, you go to meeting room, it's actually all glass, you can see the window. So as long as you can book the place and it's all on technology, then it gives you an opportunity to have a different workspace that you have. And finally, a culture. This is a long list of items that from Jacob Morgan. So it talk about accessibility to learn new things. How can employee have an access to learn new things? If we're able to put everything in place, then obviously we have an employee who actually having a positive employee experience, so that we do not treat employee like a cost of goods sold. We treat employee like people. We treat people like people. I think that is something that we need to continue to remind us as a leader, that actually we have to treat our employee like people. Then what is the gap today? This is a few observations about the gap. We talk about the mindset is on the balance sheet. Everything is about money. If I can give a better bonus, the stock price goes up, we make profit every month, every year, then people will be happy, which is not true. We also talk about engagement. We talk about a lot about engagement instead of experience. We want employee to be engaged. We do a lot of activities. But what kind of experience? If we have activities, 12 activities per year, every month we have employee activities. How do you measure the effectiveness of activities? How many people actually entering the activities on the penetration rate? Is it just because the same people joining this for every game for the 12 months, you calculate as 12 people? So again, you talk about engagement, but let's talk about employee experience. Lack of leadership in EX. The concept of employee experience is new. A lot of people still not sure. Even the leaders, I myself, still struggling to understand what does it take. What does it really take for me to create a greater experience for my staff? So again, this is a new field, and a lot of people say that all the leadership are baby boomers. So which is true because we stay longer in organization. We're probably the oldest person in organization. But how about our brain? How about our mindset? Are we going to renew our mindset so that we understand the current trend in the organization? Then a silo process instead. The focus is on the process. We want to make the process better so that HR people work less, but we transfer the work to the people, to our customer, to our stakeholder. So do they have a better experience? No, they get much negative experience. In Malay, dia kata menyenangkan kerja HR, longgok semua kerja dekat employees. So are we, whenever we do improvement, what is our thought process? Are we doing right for HR? Are we doing right for people? We talk about ownership to employee experience. If leader doesn't take ownership to employee experience, nobody will. And finally, EX is not a priority because the priority probably the balance sheet, make sure payroll is correct, make sure we hire people within the cycle time, or we make sure that discipline be managed within the 14 days of cycle time. Those are the measurement that come back to the productivity rather than the experience. So these are the to-do list as a leader. Culture of people first before the other thing. We put the people first instead of the process. We should talk about coach, leader to be a coach, a mentor, and inspire and care. It's really talk when you coach, you're really a coach. You're not a manager, even though you hold a position as a manager. But when you coach, you should coach. When you mentor, you should mentor rather than putting your role as you confuse between a coach and a manager. So employee needs a coach, not a manager. They have manager all the time, 24/7. We spend time. This is difficult. Spend time, talk and listen. How much you spend time, talk and listen? Do you go out lunch where employee feel safe to talk? Or you always want to talk within your own confined space where you're sitting at the other side of the table and the authority showed, right? How can you move your chair so that you don't see that you're really authorized in that setup? So employees speak when they feel safe. If they don't feel safe, nobody will speak. Either they turn silent or they turn violent. So you got to have a dialogue. So putting an environment safe for people to talk and for you to listen is the role of the leader. We appreciate and recognize, I don't want to talk about this, is given, be a champion of your employees. If a business manager, stakeholder came and happened to be not happy with the employees in front of everyone, are you siding the business manager and also tembak your employees? Or you say that, okay, I'll take care of my employees, you're not happy, you come and talk to me. So this is really a test of your leadership. So if you're able to say that I take the heat and I manage it, and after that you call your employee, go into the room and you put lah apa yang nak letak, nuclear bomb ke apa, itu is between you and employees. But you need to be shown as a champion of your employee, especially in front of in front of the other business managers. So a lot of perspective that I speak here from HR perspective. You need to provide tools, authority, and empower employees to do. For example, in ON, I provide employees is actually to go and learn. Every Friday, half a day, you can go wherever you want to go and learn, whatever you want to learn. You don't have to come back and tell that, oh, I have to learn something. Every Friday, half a day, you can always talk to your business manager, to your direct manager and tell them actually, hey, I want to take leave, paid leave. Don't deduct anything. We don't deduct anything. Just be out. You want to go into the training room so that you can learn on the online training platform that we have, or you want to go to Starbucks, you want to go to Secret Recipe, that you want to learn something. It's your choice. At the end of the day, it's about you to develop yourself, because we believe that if you are developed, company gain. So it's best to keep somebody who are developed rather than call anyone and not developed. You have to tell them what to do every day, day in, day out. So in making decision, we believe in involvement equal commitment. The more involved the employee in making decision, the more commitment they will get. So this is really a simple thing we experience. The employee really know what they value, because we talk to them, we listen to them, and try to put something in an environment so that they feel that their input are being taken care of, and then they will see the commitment from employee will grow. Okay, this is easy said than done. View employee as employee, view people as people, not cost of goods sold. So this require a change of mindset. A lot of people look at it, you just a cost, or you cannot do this, cannot do that, you cannot do this. So if you view employee as part of the balance sheet, then they will give SHIT to you. So you got to think